Hi everyone, and welcome back to A Jolly Good Life. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. So recently Sierra and I have gotten the idea that we wanted to plant raised beds, as well as now I really enjoy my little garden that we've planted together. So I want to show you around the very tiny butterfly garden that I've been trying to plant. I have up until now raised 15 monarch butterflies. So if you guys are interested in that, I can show you how I've been doing that. I'm not a pro. That was my first batch of monarchs that I did. Sad to say, I think I released 13 out of the 15. 2 of them had something wrong with their wings. 13 out of the 15 flew away. I think there's squirrels over there. 13 out of the 15 flew away, but I want to show you what's going on. I bought some milkweed and some other plants. So let me just go show you what I'm talking about. And I'm going to show you some of my caterpillars that are out here. So let's go check it out. Okay, so we decided to start our little garden at the very edge. As you can see, that is the neighbor's house next to us. But this metal framing used to be over our barbecue grill years ago. And as you know, over time, the top, this fabric, weathers. And we just had this sitting here, so I figured, wow, that would be perfect. Instead of throwing it away, to put some climbing vines on here, and eventually it'll be nice and covered. So that's what we've done. So Sierra and I have planted some, this one's star jasmine. I have to look at the name of this one. White mandeville. So this is white and pink mandevilla. This is a passion vine, which the caterpillars have had a good time with this one. So this passion vine, the caterpillars that go on it are the orange flitterary, I believe that's what they're called. So let's see what we have in our garden. It's, like I said, a very small butterfly garden, but we really enjoy it. So I went out and got 10 of the tropical milkweed, I believe it's called, but it is milkweed. We bought 10 of those. That is the only plant that the monarch caterpillar will eat. So that's a monarch caterpillar. Here's another one. I'm trying to do a time lapse on that one. Eating away. See if we see any others. We also have, of course, the butterfly that just landed. This is my little container of water. I've been trying to collect rainwater in here. I know it's not much, but that is what I have been filling. Oh, it fell over because we had a hard rain last night. Our little butterfly puddler with, and that's just sand with a little bit of cow manure and a little bit of Epsom salt. For the male butterflies, they get a lot of their nutrients. It doesn't need to be soaking wet, but just damp, which is what that is. We have some wasp. I've seen bumblebees. So we have planted those little flowers as well. I'm not good with flower names. We planted those because I looked it up, and those are the type. Everything other than the milkweed is what draws in the butterflies to lay their eggs on the leaves. There's another milkweed back there. These I'm not sure what to do with. The potted plants, they get, I think it said 10 foot wide. So I have quite a few of those to plant. I've got lantana. Then I have this white skyflower tree. Now we just recently planted all these, trying to get that butterfly. They're pretty quick. Here's another climbing flower. It's the same one as the white and pink one. It's this one. I think that's that Mandeville. The center one is more star jasmine. I got my bird feeder. I've been using that for a bird bath. Another bird feeder. And another bird feeder. I haven't been filling these because the squirrels have been coming and eating it all. I have this purple flower. I don't remember. I know it's called Mexican something. But as soon as we brought this one home, a butterfly landed on it. So I guess that was a good call to buy that one. And we bought a double Tahitian gardenia bush, which the flowers have now come off. Got some buds going here, but they smelled really, really good. There's my little time lapse of the caterpillar that I will be hopefully including in this video. This here is a plumeria. I have another plumeria out front of the house, so I just cut this one off and I put it in the pot. Hopefully it'll take, and I'll have another plumeria. Those smell really, really good too. So here is something else that we did. We have this half barrel planter that we bought. We have more plants for the butterflies to enjoy. Lantana, which is the purple ones. I'm not sure what this one is. It looks like a daisy, but don't quote me on that one. Then we have some of these pretty little purple flowers. I'm sure some of you know all the names to these flowers. We have those and some of these. And here we planted a hummingbird bush over where this was our zombie cage for Halloween. We are thinking about enclosing that and putting berries in there. So maybe we're going to try to grow some blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, and then we're going to try to enclose it somehow with a mesh so that the birds don't eat all of our berries. So this is what we have so far. I could sit out here all day and watch the caterpillars and butterflies and the wasp. And eventually we want to definitely grow this garden to be a lot bigger, to attract even more butterflies, more types of butterflies. So let's see if we could find some eggs, and then I'll tell you how I raised the butterflies. If you guys want me to show you how I did it, then just leave in the comments below. Oh, butterfly just landed. Okay, so let's see if we could find some monarch eggs. Yep, I'm already seeing a lot of them actually. Let's see if I can. Alright, so that little speck is a monarch egg. So is that one. And you have to be very careful. This one has two of them on it. There's one, and at the There's the other one. Here's another one on this leaf. Now from what I've seen on YouTube, the monarch eggs only have a 10% chance of survival on their own because the wasp and other insects like to eat them. And as you can see, the wasps are definitely here. They're going more for the nectar right now. Let's check these over here, see if these have any eggs. Oh yes, they do. Quite a few. There's one little caterpillar egg. There's another one. So I'm going to briefly tell you what I did with the last group that I raised and let go into the wild. So the first thing I did, obviously, was to find leaves with eggs. Then I simply, let's just do this one, broke it off, and I took it inside the house. Now I'll show you, I do have one caterpillar inside the house. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did with the caterpillar eggs. We even have a friend in the swimming pool. He just jumped in as I walked up. I'll show you the journey he took just as I walked up. So he jumped in right around here, dove pretty deep under, and popped up, and there he is sitting over there now. Oop! That's it. He's out of there. Looks like he spotted an ant or something to eat. Oop! That little rascal jumped high. Alright, back to the butterflies. Some of you may recognize this table. That is the table that we paint poured and then we put resin on it. Okay, so what I've done is I got these little food containers, like the fast food containers. They're not very deep, pretty shallow, and I have poked holes in the top. Then I take my little caterpillar eggs, I put them in there, and I closed it up. Now there isn't much to do at this point except to wait for them to hatch, and you'd be amazed how small they are when they hatch. But here's one that I've had for about 2 weeks. So I've had this fella for about 2 to 3 weeks. That just rolled out is caterpillar poop. If you're gonna do this, you will be seeing a lot of it. So this little fella I've had for a little bit. What I'm gonna do next, because he's getting pretty big, is I am going to, usually I put them in, usually when they're a little bit smaller than this, I'll transfer them into one of these little critter cages, little critter things. I will transfer them into one of these little boxes that I bought at Walmart. It's well ventilated. Then the caterpillar continues growing in here. I have to feed them a lot. When I did all 15 at once, it was a non-stop process. In the morning, I would ask Sierra to go get some leaves from the trees, from the milkweed, to put in here for them. Then I would come home, and after work, I'd clean out the cage, go get more leaves, bring them in, keep feeding them. So that's pretty much it. Then I would let them hang up here, and then they would hatch, and then I release them. The paper towel is to keep the leaves a little fresher longer. This one I did not put a paper towel on, But as you can see, these other ones just have a damp paper towel on the ends. I think he's pretty much taking care of this leaf. Yep, it's nothing but the stem. He's moving on to eating this other one. And that is a male butterfly. You could tell by the 2 dots that he has on the bottom of his wings when he opens them. I just find nature amazing. So thank you for joining me today on A Jolly Good Life. I know it wasn't a craft, but this is a channel about lots of stuff. So hopefully it'll be butterfly gardening and maybe vegetable gardening. Maybe you guys have some tips for me along the way. If you do want to see more on how I raised the monarchs, as far as the whole process, I can actually video that for you guys if you're interested, as well as maybe some other things that we're planting when we get around to doing the raised garden beds. I am going to try to keep doing craft videos, but as you can see, we've been pretty busy on the outside, as well as trying to get up to Disney and Fort Wilderness for you guys. All right, so thank you for taking the time out of your day. I hope you enjoyed this little quick garden video. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to just set up the camera too, so you can just watch the butterflies and the bumblebees and the lizards and what other little critters are out here, because I love coming out here and just watching them all just do their thing. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye. Oh, butterfly.